They are the tribe left behind by Lord Rudra, and they live in Pariha, what we call modern Persia, what we call Persia, and what we call Iran in the modern day. Yeah, you're gonna have to buy the book, man. But okay, it's evil's reign is ended in this book. So Lord Shiva's mission succeeds, but at huge cost, because evil doesn't go quietly into the night; it fights back. Brahaspati is actually a mythological character who is spoken of quite a lot. He is the guru of the gods, and I saw him as an intellectual and a friend of Shiva. His intellectual aspects from mythology has been used and extended further to make him closer to Lord Shiva and work with Lord Shiva on his mission. So that's how it has been worked. Yeah. But he is a mythological character. He is. Sati is clearly there in mythology, and the story is reasonably close to to Sati's story. There have been changes, but yes, she is the daughter of Daksha. She, so in that sense, it's closer. Her story is closer to the mythological interpretations that we have. Some of the mythological interpretations that we have. Kartik and Ganesh in both, excuse me, in all the Puranic tales, they are the sons of Lord Shiva. And that's the interpretation that I've used. Where the slight difference is that in North India, it is believed that Kartik ji is elder and Ganesh ji is younger. In South India, especially in Tamil Nadu, it's the other way around. And I have used the southern interpretation, which means Kartik ji is elder and Ganesh ji is which means Ganesh ji is elder and Kartik ji is younger. The interpretation of this is that in the north, Ganesh ji, in my book, Ganesh ji wasn't recognized as Shiva's son till after Kartik ji was born, which is why they believe that okay, Kartik ji came first. But in the south, they already knew of Ganesh ji and Kartik ji was born later, which is why they believe that Ganesh ji is elder. So this interpretation kind of satisfies both contradictory myths. But Kali is a form of Parvati Ma, of Shakti Ma. So in that sense, it's an interpretation rather than a form. She is a twin sister. So that's the interpretation that I've taken. I think the biggest interpretation is that Lord Rudra and Lord Shiva were two different were different from each other. Were two different individuals. This is not the interpretation in the Purans, but if you read the Rig Veda, there is a hymn called Keshan, which is the hymn of the long-haired ascetic. If you read the description of the long-haired ascetic, any Shiva worshipper will tell you the hymn is describing Lord Shiva. The interesting thing is the last line of that hymn. It says, the long-haired ascetic sat and drank a cup of poison with Rudra. Okay, so that hymn could possibly be interpreted as the long-haired ascetic and Rudra were two different individuals, which means Shiva and Lord Rudra were two different individuals. That's the interpretation I have used in my book. In the Purans, it's very clear. Shiva in his Rudra form is very angry. Is a short-tempered god. Is a god who people are scared of. So that is the character of Rudra in the Vaiputras, Oath of the Vaiputras. Vasudev Pandits are the tribe left behind by Lord Ram. The theory that I've used in my books is that the Vishnus and the Mahadevs used to leave behind a tribe, each of them, and whose task would be that one of them would become either the next Vishnu or the next Mahadev, and their task was to help the other. The tribe of the Mahadev would help the next Vishnu, and the tribe of the Vishnu would help the next Mahadev. So they kind of worked in partnership over centuries to make sure that India remained free of evil and that India kept propagating good. So the Vasudevs were the tribe left behind by Lord Ram. These are interpretations. It's not been written this way in the myths, but these are interpretations. He is the chief of the Vasudevs. He is the chief Vasudev. Yeah. Ujjain is an ancient city and was always considered a heart of learning, a massive center of learning for ancient Indians, and I have assumed Ujjain to be the headquarters of the Vasudevs. Brahmaputra is probably the only river in India which has a masculine name, and of course it is the river which carries the largest amount of water, fresh water, into the Indian subcontinent. So I've used that in the book as well. Branga is derived from the merging of Brahmaputra and Banga. Bra of Brahmaputra, Anga of Ganga. So it's a land which in the modern world we refer, the area of West Bengal, Bangladesh, Assam. That's the area of Branga. Pariha is an interpretation of Persia. Pariha means literally means the land of fairies, and I have assumed it to be an ancient Zoroastrian civilization. Which of course was a cousin civilization of India. We learned from them and they learned from us. This is an interpretation of a tribe that did exist, and their greatest leader was Pharaoh Akhenaten, so Akhenaten is a historical figure, but the interpretation of that into this group of assassins is fictional. That excuse me, that was an age of violence. That was the age of violence. So the way to make change happen was through violence in those days. Today is the age of money. So if you wanna make changes to the world, violence is not the route. The route is to use money. So you have to be in consonance with the dharma of that age, with the way that age works. In the age of knowledge, you can't use money to make change happen. You have to use knowledge. Today is the age of money. These times rather is the age of money. I don't try and control it, to be honest, because if one tried to do that, then frankly it won't flow as smoothly. The idea is I just let the story just flow the way he wills it. My task is to gather as much knowledge as I can. So I read voraciously. I love interacting with people because every interaction is a learning experience. All that knowledge is like buying the ingredients for a meal. It remains in my head. Now how that gets converted into hopefully well cooked dish is that's Lord Shiva's work. He's not retired. He finished his mission, and well, there'll be various other stories that will come, and inshallah I'll write all of them. I have enough story ideas to keep myself busy for 20 years. Thank you so much. Pleasure meeting you.